It's finally time to begin my first Madden 27 Superstar career, all thanks to the EA Creator Network. We're gonna create my player from scratch, try to put together the best combine performance of all time, all while trying to learn everything new about the game mode, all leading to the NFL Draft. And I do want to note that everything you see today does come from a work in progress build of Madden 27. Now, I will say this is like an extremely tough decision because I really kind of wanted to do wide receiver, but it's kind of a tradition on the channel. We always go with the quarterback, and it gives me like the best chance to get drafted pretty high. So yes, we are going to be going with a quarterback. Now, this is completely different this year. So how I begin my journey will impact my overall draft projection, my creation points, which also says the draft projection is also impacted by performance at the NFL Combine and other pre-draft activities. So I can either be a day 1 first round draft projection, day 2 third round draft projection, or a day 3 fifth round draft projection. So day 1 first round pick, I'd probably start off as the starter. Day 2 third round pick, I'd probably be a mid-round draft prospect that's likely to begin as a backup. Day 3, the Tom Brady route, with only 133 creation points, I'd more than likely be a late round draft prospect that will need to earn their spot throughout the season. And I do think for this early superstar mode, I am going to take the easy route and go day 1 first round draft pick. Maybe we come back at a later time and test out the day 2 prospect, the day 3 prospects, but I want to be as good as physically possible because I'm not the best Madden player in the world, so I need the extra juice to be able to perform well in the field. So we are going to create a day 1 first round draft pick, and this is where the fun begins. And also, I'm going to be a little boring, just base this off myself, so I guess this is going to have to do here for the face. Super tough decision here as I have to decide what my under center stance is. I think I'd be more of a survey kind of guy. Oh, and I also have to decide my shotgun stance. And you guys know me, I'm just a chill guy, so we'll go with the chill shotgun stance. And everybody's favorite, we got to decide our gear, which I will say, I don't have the best of fashion senses, so you guys probably won't think I look too good, but let's see what I can cook up here. And would you look at this? For the first time ever in Madden Superstar mode, you can actually go with a hanging mouthpiece, but I don't feel like that really fits the vibe of a quarterback. You never really see QBs doing that. So we'll just go with like a simple little, we'll go with the simple little black mouthpiece. Oh, I'm a big nose tape guy, actually. I wear nose tape to sleep sometimes. So if I can wear nose tape to sleep, surely I can also wear nose tape to play quarterback. I've never seen a quarterback go with a rolled jersey, so I think I'm just gonna stay with the taper jersey. Now, I do like myself a nice little primary compression tee, and we're not boomers, so of course we're gonna go with the small pads. So again, we're getting somewhere. Now, I know the high socks are kind of in style, but I've never been a high sock kind of guy. I'm just gonna actually go with just low socks and be boring again. And I gotta do the same exact thing for my light color scheme. Wait, I forgot about the arms, dude. I'm missing like the most important thing. Might just go with the long arm tape. I mean, I'm a quarterback, brother, so of course I gotta go with one of the coach wristbands. And if I did make it to the NFL, unfortunately I didn't because I'm only 5'9", I probably would have put a glove on my non-throwing hand. I think this Jordan one looks nice. You know what, dude, I'm aborting mission. I mean, this is one of the biggest moments of my entire quarterback career, so I think I have to pivot off the arm tape, man. We gotta go with the full-on, just long white sleeves. See, I think that looks a little better. Now, this, my friends, is where things get tricky and we have got to concentrate. Unfortunately, as mentioned, I'm basing this off of myself. I'm not the tallest. So can a 5'9" quarterback be a first-round pick? We'll have to see. Hold on, I actually forgot. You know, the brand new scientific innovation, they have the new cleats, you know, with those 1-inch heels. I'm actually going to be 5'10". 5'10", let's go a solid 205 pounds. Now, we'll say there are already these archetypes that I could choose from, like rather I want to be a field general, a scrambler, a gunslinger, improviser. And also, as you can see, it kind of tells you who you could potentially play like. So power runner, I could play like Jalen Hurts. Field general, you play like Matt Stafford. Scrambler, like Lamar Jackson, obviously. Gunslinger, play like Justin Herbert. Improviser, of course, is old Patty Mahomes. So do I go custom or do I actually base my archetype after a real life quarterback? You know what, let me actually go custom and see if I like it a little bit better. I think we have it, boys. I think we have ourselves the perfect custom build. Of course, comes with a max overall rating of 99. I could reach 99 throw power, 96 short and medium throw accuracy with a 98 deep throw accuracy. Could also get to a max of 96 throwing the run, throw under pressure, and break sack. When it comes to the physical ratings, I want to max my speed out. I could get all the way to 96 speed. The rest of the physical ratings kind of lacking a little bit because of that speed. But still, my change of direction can get up to 87, as could my acceleration. I need good stamina, so that can get up to 93. Strength is a little mid. Don't really care about being tough, but I do care a little more about being agile versus being tough, so I can get up to 84 agility. So if I'm not tooting my own horn too much, I do feel like this is a pretty perfect build we've created. Now, I do want to see with this custom build I've cooked up what abilities that I can get. So our core abilities, we're gonna have Mobile Deadeye, Arm Talent, which Arm Talent I think is the only one I'm gonna be able to get gold at, which is a good thing because that says passers with this ability have significantly increased velocity on bullet passes and passing animations, so that should help a lot. Mid Deadeye, Deep Deadeye, Pressure Cooker, Short Deadeye, and Immovable Object. Now my physicals actually look pretty nasty. I'm gonna have Anchor Dots, Human Joystick, Afterburner, Fresh Legs, High Speed Getaway, and Escape Artist, which is nasty, dude. Allows you to scramble a lot faster. Now I'm gonna apparently have the option to have a lot of gold mentals. I'm gonna have Pro Reads, Film Study, Persistent, Locked In, Blitz Radar, and Pressure Radar. Oh god, I'm gonna have a ton of abilities. It looks like I'm gonna have the option to get a lot of them to gold. Now the X factors that I could potentially unlock are Bazooka, Dots, and Gambit, and I typically just go with Bazooka so I can throw the ball further. But I'm not gonna lie, with the build that we created, it seems like all the physicals and abilities and everything we can get here seem pretty overpowered, so I'm kind of excited. So a lot of time spent on the screen, but I think it was well worth it, dudes. I'm really excited to see how this player can turn out in the NFL. Now, what's next? What is this? This is new. So there's now 5 category of skills in Superstar, and each one requires earning specific skill points. So your core, your physical, mental, specialty, and X factors you guys just saw. Oh god, so we have 5 core abilities that we can upgrade right now. Now under the power skill tree, I guess we'll get the throw power up to 72 and maybe even all the way up to 75. Now I definitely got to go ahead and upgrade all this throw accuracy because I can't be rocking on the combine in my first few NFL games with 69 deep, mid, and short accuracy. And those upgrades get me up to a 70 overall. We haven't got to the combine yet. Now it does seem like, unfortunately, all the abilities I just showed you guys, it seems so overpowered. I don't have them unlocked yet. I have to get to a certain rating on the skill tree. Pretty close on throw power, so once we get to this point in time, I'll finally have Bronze Arm Talent, which again, I eventually can max all the way up to gold. Oh, now we have to do some physical upgrades. So I definitely want to go ahead and get like my speed and my acceleration up. Maybe even go ahead and get my speed up to 75. Let me get my change of direction up because I do eventually want to get that Human Joystick. I feel like I'm really good with that ability. Now I do want to go ahead and get my strength up a little bit up to 72, and that'll be my last point I'm allowed in the physical skill trees, which unfortunately I don't have any points to use for the mentals, specialties, or the X factors, but that'll come with due time. So apparently my custom skill tree leaned more towards Gunslinger because I'm going to play like Justin Herbert. Hopefully I actually do. And after 58 minutes of my life, we have finally made it past the creation screen. We've made it to the Get Drafted chapter. It all starts here. Take the first step in your NFL journey by getting drafted and jumping headfirst into the life of an NFL player. Our objective, simple enough, just get drafted. So the screens within Superstar mode definitely look completely different, so I'm going to have to get used to that. We're still just a level 1, 70 overall. We'll have to see how much I actually improve that at the end of the combine. And also the GOAT journey is completely new here in Madden 27 Superstar mode, as we want to eventually, hopefully, match, the old Tom Brady's, the Joe Montanas of the world. We'll probably need to start by just getting to the Rising Star part of this tree. There's apparently different quests that we can do to up our points here. This is going to take a lot of learning because this is the first time I'm playing Madden 27 Superstar mode. First things first, we do have a message from our agent. Okay, so a new character unlocked just like that. Rook Maddox. Morning, Samuel. Combine's coming quick. A couple teams already asking about you. You decide if you're going yet. What type of question is that, Rook? Of course we're going to the combine. Yeah, I'll be there. And just like that, we have an influence increased with the agent. Great to hear. Teams will like that. I'll lock in your travel. Best of luck in Indy. Because our goal here, brother, is to become one of the top picks in the draft, if not the #1 pick in the entire draft. So for that to be the case, we've got to go to the NFL Combine here, which just unlocked a ton of quests, apparently. Ooh, we have now unlocked the Sphere of Influence, as there's different quests within this, as, simple stuff like unlock ability, equip the animation, so a lot of stuff that can help us get XP very, very easy. But as you guys see here, as we level up our influence with our agent, we can eventually demand a trade, which I don't foresee doing because that would mean we don't like where we get drafted. But just the fact that you have the opportunity to do that is pretty cool. But boys, I think it is finally time for the NFL Combine, where we hopefully can work our way up to at least an early first-round draft pick. We have experience with this before in the last few Maddens. Hopefully it's rather similar, or not much has changed, so I can actually do well here. Because if you perform bad at this combine, your draft stock is going to lower and lower, which is why I went in as a first-round pick. Because hopefully if I perform bad here, I won't lower my way all the way out the draft. I don't want to go from a first-round pick to undrafted. I'm sure if I would have picked a 5th-round pick, if I play well in the combine, perform well here, I can maybe work myself up to maybe a 2nd-round pick or so. We'll have to see. Hopefully I ace things here, and I can actually play myself into the top 5 in the draft. But we only get one shot, man, so hopefully I don't screw it up. Ooh, Ooh, I'm not expected to run too fast because my current speed rating is only 75, so I'm only expected to run between a 4.44 and a 4.86. It's the same exact controls as last year, so at least I halfway know what I'm doing. So it's time to lock in my first 40-yard dash attempt of Madden 27. So hopefully I at least don't get this wrong. So release, perfect start, come on. I mean, I think I'm doing a pretty good gosh dang job. We're gonna dig deep here. Brother, I just ran a 4.41 on my very first attempt on Madden 27, and that beat our expectations. I mean, that's definitely not like the fastest quarterback of all time, and we came second in the combine to Taylor Green, but I don't feel like running a 4.41 40-yard dash with 75 speed is bad at all. Like, again, we exceeded our expectations, but I feel like it's always a dub. And would you look at that performance, fellas? A little pat on the back from yours truly. More of a pat on the shoulder, because I have limited flexibility here. But, dude, we get an A grade. We get 3 physical skill points just from our performance. So if we can get an A in every single drill at the combine, we should have a ton of upgrades going into the actual draft. But I don't know if I'm be as good with the other drills as it was the 40-yard dash. Here, next up, we have the bench press, which is crazy because our strength is only 72, so we're only expected to muscle out 9 to 12 reps here, which that's funny. I've actually done, like, you guys probably won't believe me, but I've actually like done double that in real life before. So what would my strength be in Madden? Like 90? But again, let's see if we can exceed expectations. Maybe get like 15 to maybe muscle out like maybe 20. Let's lock in, brother. We need a 10 out of 10 performance, at least like 15 reps. So we just gotta move the left and right stick up, and then left bumper, right bumper. I gotta lock in here, boys. I mean, so far, so good. We haven't lost much of the meter yet. So we're at 5 reps. We're absolutely gonna exceed expectations here. This is actually rather easy. I don't know if I'm like actually locked in here, but brother, we're at 11 reps, and we might be able to get 20 if I actually lock in here. The adrenaline's actually pumping. That's kind of like a little embarrassing. I'm 31 years old doing bench press reps in superstar mode, but I missed it. I moved the meter a little bit too late. I still possibly can hit 20, please. 20 reps? I'm being completely honest. I'm proud of myself right now. I've only had 1 attempt at each of these drills, and I just repped 225 in the flat bench of the combine, more than any other quarterback. I mean, that's literally 8 more reps than what we were expected to do, which yet again is another A grade, another 3 physical points that we get to use. I mean, I very well might be working my way to like the top pick in the entire draft here. Next up, we got the old broad jump, where with my 75 jumping rating, I'm expected to jump anywhere from 9 foot 10 inches to 10 foot 11 inches. I mean, we've exceeded expectations on our first 2 drills. Let's see if we can go 3 for 3 here. I mean, it's got to press this button as fast as physically possible and not screw this up. Perfect. Brother, again, I could have done any better than that. We end up with, that's the very high range of what we were expected to do. I don't know if it's possible to do further than that. And that dang Taylor Green, man, he's like what, 6'7", dude? He beats us out. That's already the second time he's beat us. But like, considering the fact that I'm 5'10", I think I've done a pretty good job at this point. So that should yet again be another A grade. That's an extra 3 physical skill points. So that's 9 physical skill points that we've racked up already. Next up, we got the 20-yard shuttle with my 72 change of direction. I'm supposed to run anywhere from a 4.33 to 4.64. Now, I will say this is like the simplest drill of the entire combine, so I feel like I should be able to ace this. I think you got to press the left stick and then just press A as fast as possible. Got the cut perfect. And then I'm going to have to rapid press A as fast as possible. Cut again. Be ready to rapid press A. And we just ran ourselves a 4.16 20-yard shuttle, which, if I'm not mistaken, I feel like that's the 4th drill in a row that we exceeded expectations by a mile. We actually just ran the fastest 20-yard shuttle at the entire combine. Dude, again, we genuinely might be playing ourselves to a top 5, if not the #1 pick of the draft right now. Another 3 physical skill points in the tank that makes a total of 12. Like, we might really get up to like a 75 overall before we even get to the draft. Dude, let's keep it rolling. I don't actually know if that was that the last drill? Oh no, we gotta throw some passes here, man. We gotta do the QB route tree without leaving the pocket. Time and lead your throw based on your receiver's route in order to complete the pass within the hot spot. We'll say I had a little bit of trouble with this last year. Right off the get-go, we have to lead Carnell Tate here into the little bubble, which, right off the get-go, we're 1 for 8. All right, this one, pretty simple. Right in the square, 2 for 2. Now this one, I'm not gonna lie, actually can be a little tricky. Do it. Okay, behind him. I waited a little bit too long, but we're still 3 for 3. Okay, now this is where it gets stressful, man. He's running so far outside of that square. With a little bit of Madden magic, might be able to lead him to the outside. Got his feet in the square. Thank God. 4 for 4. It's just the routes are just a little bit too far outside the circle, and it's just gotta stress me out, man. Dig route. Gotta throw it a little bit shallow. 5 for 5. Makai Lemon running this one. Lead him up the field slightly. 6 for 6, boys. 2 more. We need 2 more completions for a perfect quarterback drill. Oh, no. Oh my gosh, get your foot down, brother. Oh no. Can I at least go 7 for 8 here? This one's easy peasy. I can't believe I messed that up. 7 for 8, boys. 7 for 8. Not a terrible performance at all. That was like the only thing I messed up at the entire combine. I wonder, that's only going to give me a B, unfortunately, which is probably going to hurt my draft stock a little bit. So no, we did not get a perfect combine, but close enough, dude. And with that, we got an A on everything except the drills, and we are currently projected to be drafted within the top 10. There might be some stuff after this that could up my draft stock even further, but I'd be happy with a top 10 draft selection. So from all that, I unfortunately only got 1 core upgrade, which I suppose is going to go to my throw power, but 13 physical upgrades, which is kind of nasty here. I upgrade my speed and go ahead and get my first ability, which is high speed getaway, which allows the ball carriers to have a slightly increased chance of breaking tackles while second gear is active. So we'll go ahead and get our first unlocked ability. I do want to go ahead and upgrade change of direction and agility, and I think we are going to also be able to get escape artist, which is one of my favorite abilities in the entire game. And at the same time, we're also going to be able to unlock bronze human joystick. So we'll develop those, which finally brings us up to a 71 overall. And I suppose we'll go ahead and get our acceleration up and unlock the bronze afterburner. Now, what do I do with this last physical point? I might as well go ahead and up my stamina, because 69 is pretty stinky. That got me up to a 72 overall. Oh, okay, I'm not complaining at all. And we still have more opportunity to up that overall before the draft, because we still have some mental points to use. Wait, I might not actually have enough to upgrade any of these. Okay, yes, I do actually. I lied. If I'm being honest, I might actually want to hold on to these points, because the ability I really do want is film study. I think is one of the craziest abilities in the entire game, and you need at least 4. So I'd rather wait for that for now instead of unlocking anything else. But I do have 3 specialty points. I think I'm going to go with the off-platform upgrades, because I can get quick draw, also can get off-platform, gives me slightly faster passing animations while I'm throwing under pressure, also gives me slightly reduced throw power penalties when attempting to throw in the run. Now, unfortunately, that means I don't have enough to upgrade anything else, which is fine though. So I got myself, oh, I can get elusive or bruiser. You know what, we'll save those points, because next thing I want to unlock is probably the pass lead specialties. Well, fellas, apparently I was completely wrong, because literally the next thing is the NFL draft here, which unfortunately is going to have to wait until next episode, which if you guys can't wait, make sure to let me know by dropping a like in the video, and we'll be coming out very soon, I promise you. But in the meantime, you can click right here to watch another Madden 27 video.